Hey everybody, I apologize if I speak softly throughout this video. I guess that's the price I pay for, well, pulling an all-nighter and all that kind of stuff, so it is what it is. Wow. But anyways. So, a week ago, I woke up in the morning and I was like, you know what? I honestly don't care about the drama between Ryan Upchurch and Johnny Goble. And if I had the same mentality a year ago, like I do now, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in right now. And that's the truth. Now, before anybody says anything, yeah, I know Johnny Goble's going after Ryan Upchurch. I know he challenged him to a fight. See, that's the problem right there. History is repeating itself. People who don't know anything about history, or people who don't learn about history, are doomed to repeat it. And that's the one thing I just can't stand. History repeating itself. I can't stand that. Like, that's one of my pet peeves. I guess you can say that. Human beings are not only prone to hypocrisy, but they're also prone to go through the same problems over and over and over again. And by the way, I'm not getting on Ryan Upchurch's case. I'm not getting on Johnny Goble's case. I'm just saying flat out, I don't care about the drama between those two. I don't care what's going on between Ryan and his mom and all that. I just don't care, honestly. But the point is that you got both sides who came together because what was going on between Johnny Goble, what went on. Now, what's going on again between Johnny Goble and Ryan Upchurch. We all came together because of that. One side claims that, oh, well, you're clout chasing. Okay, well, you're the ones who have someone's name in your mouth, so if anything, you're the ones clout chasing too. Yeah. But it's like I said, everybody's a hypocrite. Everybody, human beings are prone to hypocrisy. That's just the way it is. It's extremely difficult to live up to your morals, your standards, your expectations that you set out before you, that you expect to abide by. So I covered the hypocrisy bullshit. I mean, but let's face the facts here. Nobody, myself included, has no right to call people out for being a hypocrite. Nobody. Not even me. We have no right. No right. And in the midst of all of that, you got people who resort to tribalism. I mean, we see that in politics. You see that with Blue Lives Murder. Blue Lives Murder and Black Lives Murder. You see tribalism there. You see tribalism between the liberals and the conservatives and all that kind of stuff. You see people who in all of this, who accuse each other, who resort to denigration, and say, oh, well, you have hate in your heart, you know, people who want to preach about something, I don't know. Look, when it comes to slander and all that, rest assured, all right, just think on the quote I'm about to say. Whoever conceals hatred has lying lips, and whoever slanders is a fool. Think about that for a second. People resort to, well, initiate and enforce double standards. They spew out cognitive dissonance. I mean, you got people going around saying, well, fuck around and find out, or pull up. Got to call myself out for a second. I do recall the fact that I've actually, this is the truth now, I do recall the fact that I've actually said pull up or fuck around and find out. But let me be realistic here. Instead of saying but, I should have said however. But anyways, however, let me be realistic. Let's say somebody is actually crazy enough to pull up in front of your house, your apartment, your favorite restaurant, grocery store, or Best Buy or Walmart, you know, places that you get your cameras from or stuff for your YouTube channels to do live streams, the mics and all that. Your workplace, all that kind of stuff. And then also that person is going to be crazy enough to fuck around and also fuck you up. Not find out, but fuck you up. Keep on knocking on the devil's door. Sooner or later, the devil himself is going to answer it. Or the toughest of the tough, or the baddest of the bad is going to answer the door too. And then, of course, you got people who goes around and says, I'm not afraid of hackers. I'm not afraid of hackers. You probably want to retract that statement. Actually, better yet, if you said that you're not afraid of any hackers on a video, on someone's video or live stream, you probably want to convince your buddy or buddies to delete those live streams and videos. Seriously. I mean, what makes you think you're not being watched by hackers? What makes you think that you're not being watched by Anonymous? I got to give a quick shout out to Anonymous. At least those people, Anonymous, at least they're exposing corrupt and tyrannical governments. At least they're doing something. But what makes you think that you're not being watched by Anonymous? Wouldn't surprise me if everybody's being watched by the cyber division of FBI either. We all know, thanks to Edward Snowden, that we're being watched by the NSA. And once the hackers gets a hold of all of your information, you know, pulls all the skeletons out of your closets, airs out all the dirty laundry, and plasters all of that, it's stuff that's going to damage your character. And then you have to deal with the court of public opinion. And there's people going to be who's going to say, oh, I could care less what people think or say. You see, it's one thing to be physically tough, but it's quite another to be mentally tough. You see, everybody has a breaking point, and that's the truth. And I've seen some people who talk the loudest, who go around and claim that this person is fake or that person is fake, blah, 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 blah. Chances are, if you have to go around and call someone a fake, you're probably the fakest person on the internet. You're probably just another fake as well. Those who talk the loudest, yeah, those who talk the loudest usually have the most to hide. Now, I'm pretty sure someone's going to come around and say, well, hold up, Red Reaper. Don't you call the Patriots fake-triots? Yeah, they're fake. Here's why. Because how does anyone claim to be a freedom fighter or a patriot and then say in the same breath, in the same sentence, oh, we have a right to overthrow a tyrannical government? That's what I hear all the time. We have a right to overthrow a tyrannical government. But they don't. They don't overthrow said tyrannical government. That's the literal definition of fake. See, this is the big problem here, folks. It's not just tribalism. It's not just people, resorting to playground psychology. It's also people, it seems like, are not free thinkers. Some people can't think for themselves. People have been doxxed, threatened, slandered on, lied on, and all that kind of stuff. People's workplaces have been called. Well, I'm just going to call it straight down the middle. Both sides are in the wrong. Pure and simple. Both sides are in the wrong. In the wrong. Maybe it's time for everybody to be honest with themselves. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I inserted myself into the Ryan Upchurch and Johnny Goebel beef. I didn't have to, but I did. I just wish there was a time machine I could just go back in time and say, yeah, I'm not going to touch that. No, I'm not going to touch on that. Nope. I'm not going to interject myself into that. Nope. I wish there was a time machine where I can just redo things. But the fact is, there is no time machine. To my knowledge, I guess. It's like I said, both sides are in the wrong. Point blank. I mean, we have no right to call people out for being hypocrites because we are hypocrites ourselves. So there you go. Yeah. Just woke up the other day. I was like, I just don't care anymore. Now, I'm pretty sure there's more important things to worry about. Like, prime example, the whole balloon situation. Let's talk about that. Or better yet, let's talk about the neo-Nazis. Yeah, neo-Nazis in the Ukrainian military ranks. Nobody wants to talk about that. Just like nobody wants to talk about the fact that there's a man-child over there in Russia. Otherwise known as Vladimir Putin, who's threatening nuclear war if Russia loses in Ukraine. Better yet, let's talk about the Tyre Nichols case. Let's talk about the Tyre Nichols case. I mean, Tyre Nichols was beaten to death for no reason. No reason whatsoever, by several cops. Let's talk about the fact that the U.S. government is trying to limit your rights. Let's talk about the fact that the ATF is trying to ban pistol braces. But no. But of course, maybe all this drama, maybe it's nothing more than a distraction. Did you think about that? It's nothing more than a... Sorry, I stuttered. It's a distraction. Yeah. Besides, I got more important things to worry about. On the 21st of this month, I gotta go do some CPR training class. Get recertified in that, in CPR, for the fire department. And then, of course, I'm still on the mend after the surgery that I got on December 23rd. And that's going to take for, like, maybe 4 or 5 months total. Another 4 or 5 months. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a good while. Until I'm fully healed. That's for sure. But, yeah. Y'all take care now.